Serves his punches where, you know, like the first few rounds, he throws very few punches.
He's just measuring. He's a computer, man.
Yep.
I ain't hating on the decision. I ain't the decision. But I did feel like Lamont Roach did win, pull it off.
Reiterating how disappointing Gervonta Davis has been as far as the resume is concerned. If this is about as manufactured a star as you can make.
Joe Rogan has responded to the bout between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, pointing out Davis's sluggish start. The bout itself was eagerly awaited and included Davis, a boxer known for his explosive strength and forceful opening shots, and Roach, who was able to take advantage of every opportunity. Rogan's response to the fight, which has now gone viral online, focused on the unexpected, finding that Davis did not display his usual aggression in the opening exchanges.
Like a little Tyson.
He's short and he conserves his punches where, you know, like the first few rounds, he throws very few punches.
He's just measuring. He's a computer, man.
Yep.
He's just getting the data on you, faking you, taking pictures of everything you do, and then like round 3, round 4, he starts to fucking he's dialed in. He's slipping, pop, pop, pop.
He's got special power too. His power's special.
And he's mean too as
well,
man.
Yeah. Mean is a big part of it, isn't it?
I think having that dog, being mean is like the biggest part in it, you know.
Really?
In being a fighter, because you could be a great athlete. One day you're gonna come across another great athlete. You know, it's who's got more dog in him.
Davis, whose reputation is based on fast knockouts and explosive starts, seemed oddly reserved at the start of the fight rather than going all out right away, according to Joe Rogan. In the initial conversations, Davis adopted a more methodical stance. Lamont Roach was able to gauge the matchup and make some early, impactful shots thanks to the slower pace, which Rogan noted was something many spectators did not anticipate from a player of Davis's caliber.
Like that Ryan Garcia one, where Gervonta Davis caught him with that left hook to the body. People were saying that he quit.
No.
He never been hit in the liver. Oscar De La Hoya quit the same way with Bernard Hopkins.
With the same thing.
Same body shot.
Same
left
body
hook to
shot.
the body.
And he tried to come, and he tried to take a step out that corner and not the front of his foot even moved. He just went down. He's like, man, this is it.
And if you get kicked to the body.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. A kick to the body is so goddamn devastating, especially a spinning back kick. You could literally pick someone up in the air. It's like they get hit by a car.
Any kick to that.
Although Davis eventually upped the ante in later rounds, Rogan's commentary focused on the fight's larger story, which showed that momentum shifted as much with strategy as with raw power. Boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult did not hold back when discussing the fight's outcome, calling it a highway robbery by Davis, who claimed that the adult Roach was unfairly denied a victory. Showbiz the Adult Roach won 7 rounds to 5, supported by a knockdown that the judges apparently overlooked. This viewpoint emphasizes the knockout power that fans expect. The early hesitation allowed Roach to remain competitive and set a tone that added an unexpected twist to the contest. The continuous discussions regarding boxing and judging, as well as the possible biases that may affect judgments, growing lightweight competitor.
Good right hand from Mont, uppercut. Good combination, Mont. Oh, good left from Tank. Right hand from Monty. Oh, Tank took a knee. He got knocked down. That's a knockdown. Tank is trying to bail himself out. That's a knockdown. That's a knockdown! How are you going to do that and run and get a towel? Who gave Davis that right? This is a highway robbery, dog. Good combination, Lamont. Oh, shit. They swinging on each other. Good body shot, Lamont. Lamont is rocking with it. This is Tarver Roy 1. What's going to happen is they're going to give the fight to Tank, and then the second fight, Lamont going to say, any excuses tonight, Tank. And then he will not Tank out. I've seen it. Lamont won, bro. He won 7-5 with a knockdown. This guy did the unthinkable, and I hope they don't rob him. Scorecards. They said majority draw. They cheated Roach. Roach got robbed. And everybody knows it. Rematch right away. They robbed.
Kezin Davis responded to the draw decision with obvious amusement, laughing off the result with assurance and declaring himself the best at 35 pounds. In addition to acknowledging that Lamont wasn't that bad, Davis also stated that he would like to fight Roach in the ring. This response not only highlights how controversial the fight's outcome was, but it also paved the way for possible future bouts in the lightweight division.
Lamont ain't that bad. And he said something too. Lamont said something. He's like, He'll fight me or something. I don't even got too much to say. The fight done said it all. I don't got too much to say. Just know it's a different conversation now when you add the businessman versus Gervonta. It's a different conversation. Because I'm punching, Sean. That's number one. I'm punching. Either one of them guys is. I fought with Lamont though. You know what I'm saying? But either one of them guys is getting. I'm knocking them out. Word. I'm knocking them out. I'm not even playing. I'm knocking them out. Counter him. He countered him crazy. They countered each other, but Lamont. I feel like Lamont won. Let's start there too. I feel like Lamont definitely won. All right, G. I feel like Lamont Roach won. I definitely feel like Lamont Roach won. But a draw, like, it is what it is type shit, you know? I ain't hating on the decision. I ain't shitting on the decision. But I did feel like Lamont Roach did win.
Many boxing fans and commentators think Lamont Roach won the fight, but because of John Davis's popularity, the bout was called a draw. This suggests that outside variables, like a fighter's marketability, can affect judges' decisions and possibly overshadow the actual performance in the ring.
Tender regime, boxing, check it back in with y'all, man. What's good? What's good? Look, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach. Incredible fight. Incredible fight. Tit for tat, wit for wit, athleticism for athleticism. What an amazing fight. I had Lamont Roach winning 7-5. 7-5, 8-4, I had Lamont Roach winning. Now, I understand the draw politically. It's Tank, he's a star. You don't want to just give him an L and he didn't just get his ass whooped like from dusk till dawn. But he got outboxed tonight. Lamont Roach won that fight. But I understand the draw politically. How did you see the fight, bro? Tell them how you saw the fight.
Yo, I saw Roach winning the fight, man. I had Roach winning the fight 7 rounds to 5, Tank, meaning Roach favor. I don't know how we ended up here, but we can say it was the politics, because, you know, Tank a bigger fighter. If you want to beat the king, you got to beat the king. In order to beat the king, you got to knock him out. And they ain't doing this fight. But, hey, the next fight going to be big bread, though. So, that's all I got to say, man.
Yeah. Great fight, man. Great fight. Great fucking fight.
Despite the contentious result, Lamont Roach's abilities were clearly demonstrated during the bout, and both fans and experts praised his performance, suggesting that more people will now recognize his ability and promise in the boxing world.
I ain't gonna lie. That boy Lamont Roach got skills. And I will say he survived. He literally survived. He was in the ocean with a shark and he survived. And I think that after tonight, a lot of people are going to respect Lamont Roach. Like, a lot of people. You go get them Shakur fans that's going to be on the meat wagon. It's go come. The meat wagon is coming for the Shakur fans, and yeah, it's coming. But for people to say it's landslide, y'all sound crazy. That boy Tank was literally connecting. All his power punches was connecting. Like, y'all literally sound crazy. And the stuff that Lamont was throwing was connecting too. I'm not going to lie. He's definitely very skilled, and he was super overprotective of not becoming a victim of Gervonta Davis, because he knows that he's actually in a ring with a knockout artist. But it ain't even just that. It wasn't that he was even just surviving. He was connecting, and he was being skillful, and his footwork was on point. And he was throwing combinations. I ain't gonna lie, though. Tank had him a few times. Tank almost had him a few times. He almost cut the lights off on him like a few times. But he slipped through the cracks. And he was playing dirty in that ring. I ain't gonna lie. I saw when Tank gave him a little shoulder nudge to the chin, and you know he was throwing some little low blows and shit like that, you know, and throwing some little jabby jabs across the back of the head. But that was a good fight. They was being competitive. You can definitely see that they was coming from the same environment when it comes to the sport of boxing, for sure. Like, they definitely come from the same environment. But I will say this. I think that Tank slept on Lamont Roach, and so did a lot of us. I think that, you know, he definitely had the pillow, and he slept on him. But Lamont Roach showed him, like, woke him up like, hey, I'm not one of them. I'm literally not one of them, bruh. And it became a very entertaining match. It was very entertaining from beginning to end.
Calls for a rematch to end the controversy definitively are rife in the boxing community, But John Davis has been evasive about a possible rematch, leaving fans and analysts wondering what the future holds. This ambiguity adds even more intrigue to the already heated situation.
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
Well, what is?
You might see it in a minute. You definitely might see it in a minute.
Jake Paul, a boxer and social media influencer, expressed his dissatisfaction with the fight, saying it was more like a sparring session than a professional battle. He said that this was not the Gervonta Davis he knew, referring to a poor performance that fell short of expectations.
Man, he got lucky at the draw. He did a good fight, though. I thought he won it, but man, you gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned. Oh my God! But God damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
A different viewpoint was provided by former heavyweight contender Jerry Cooney, who said that Davis fought better than in his prior bout and commended Lamont Roach for putting on a strong performance, pointing out that it was not shocking considering Roach's boxing background. Coon's analysis offers a fair assessment that recognizes both fighters' efforts.
Jerry Cooney's with you tonight, bro. We're watching some great fights. We got Sando Martin in there right now, fighting better than he fought last time in the Garden with Teofimo Lopez. And listen, we're looking for the big fight. I understand that you befriended Roach, and I've been watching,
But you don't think Roach
Davis.
You don't think Roach got what it takes?
You know what? I don't know enough about him. I haven't seen him enough.
Yeah.
I haven't seen what his ability is. He's got to be good if he's getting the fight, but he's not much of a knockout puncher.
Yeah.
And if he's not much of a knockout puncher, he can beat Gervonta by points.
You don't think it's going to be similar to like the Devin Haney and
Ryan Garcia?
Yeah. You don't think it could be something like that?
No.
No.
We obviously found out that
Ryan Garcia,
Devin Haney couldn't take a shot. Obviously, there was some drug testing, which is important not to be doing.
Oh yeah.
So listen, it's a great division. There's so many great fights coming out of there. So just wait in the. This is one of the toughest divisions. Gervonta Davis right now, and your guy,
Roach. Yeah, Lamont Roach.
Listen, I'm hoping he puts a good fight on.
Yeah.
I know that
everybody else told me like
Gervonta Davis has been kind of like feeling the pressure about all the stuff he's doing, all the people, and he feels like he needs to get away from the game.
Yeah.
Maybe Roach is getting him at a good time. Maybe. And I like what you said about him.
Yeah.
He's that kind of a guy. I really appreciate that in this game.
John Davis stated in his post-fight remarks that he thought he won the fight even if he did not receive the outcome he desired. He highlighted the competitive character of the fight and called it a fantastic night for the sport. Davis's comments show a combination of assurance and acknowledgement of the fight's controversial conclusion.
It was a good night. Good night for the sport. Didn't get what the decision I want, but we didn't get a loss either, so I felt like I won it, the last couple rounds, so it's cool. Lamont is a great fighter. Hopefully I can get that rematch because I know what I can do in a fight, but it's cool.
Tank, how much does it hurt to have the draw on your record now, and do you think it's going to stand as some sort of like renewed motivation for you, like the guys were saying, as you proceed through these next couple fights?
Yeah, it just put, food to the fire and things like that, fuel to the fire. But it's cool. It's cool. The draw is okay. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me, too. That was on me for sure. because I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up. And I could have definitely did more.
Lamont Roach addressed the event where Davis took a knee in the 9th round, implying that he would have won even if the moment had not been counted as a knockdown. However, he acknowledged that he was not a referee and was unable to make that determination. Roach's reaction emphasizes the intricacies and split-second choices that can affect how a fight turns out.
When you think about what happened in the 9th round, how frustrated are you that that wasn't counted as a knockdown?
Man, I'm not. Honestly, I thought I should have won without that being counted a knockdown. Look, I ain't the ref. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had to wipe sweat out his eye, he had to wipe sweat out his eye. But the rules do state, if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic 8 count. But it is what it is. I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that. But if that was kind of a knockdown, I would win the majority decision.
Yeah, Lamont, this is Matt from Brunch Boxing. What explanation, if any, were you given about why that particular sequence was not properly called a knockdown?
I don't know. Did y'all see me in the ring tell him to keep counting? he started counting. I was like, why you stop? Like, keep counting. But I honestly don't know. I don't know. But I can't go back and change it. So,
Lamont, Sean Tell, congrats, man, on fighting a great fight. A lot of people agree with you that you did win the fight. Just can you talk about Gervonta's power? He got you with some good shots, but you kept staying in the center of the ring with him. A lot of other fighters don't deal with the power as well. How do you assess his power after being in there for 12?
he got decent power. He got decent power for sure. I ain't gonna say it's exaggerated. I told you I got a chin. I ain't going like that. It's just not gonna happen. But like I said, I see why he knocked people out, and I think he felt my power too. Like, I think that's what negated a lot of his shots. And once I took his best shot, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to roll.
The result of the battle gives both fighters different pathways. And for Lamont Roach, this fight acts as a major career boost that would allow him to demonstrate his abilities to a larger audience and possibly result in more high-profile bouts. On the other hand, some argue that Gervonta Davis need to think about retiring, particularly in light of his prior indications that he would be leaving the sport.
That I pray that Lamont don't get relaxed and use this as a stepping stone, a catapult, like a bungee jump damn near to another height, to take his talent to another level. Second, I pray and I hope and I pray that Tank cut the motherfucking braids out. I pray that he get them Baltimore Team Select, Team Mellow, Bent Lou Bomber, Chick Web ass braids out his motherfucking head. Go back to the 10th fade. Go back to the drum board. Get in there with Calvin. Regroup. Don't let this setback set you up to backtrack to another setback, Nah. This could be what he need. Sometimes God do things for you that you don't even know. This could be what he need. This could be what he need. This could be what he need, man.
The draw decision has generated a great deal of debate, with many claiming that Lamont Roach should have won because of his performance and mental toughness. Davis's resume, according to critics, lacks strong opponents, and this bout reinforces that claim. The dispute highlights continuing discussions on evaluation criteria and how a fighter's reputation affects choices.
I think the draw, controversial, but I think Lamont Roach wins the night. I think his performance wins the night. Here's the thing, though. Lamont Roach was always a solid fighter, solid fundamental, and I'm going to reiterate what I said before. Solid fundamental fighter. Nothing that wows you, though. No crazy speed, no crazy power. Just a solid fundamental fighter who's been well-schooled, well-taught, and well-balanced. And that's who he was tonight. His sense of positioning allowed him to catch and shoot in some spots. He had a mentally strong game plan in terms of he was trying to hold ground a lot and sort of back up Gervonta Davis. Davis still... when you really think about it, he ends up fighting a Lamont Roach, who's a 130-pound champion, been a perennial contender for about 10 years, finally won a world title. You bring him up in weight with all the lightweights, tough lightweights that are out there. You go outside the weight class to defend the title and get a smaller guy, which is something that he'd done already before with Garcia a couple of years back. The guy he fought before he fought Ryan Garcia. I don't know, man. I can't keep reiterating how disappointing Gervonta Davis has been as far as the resume is concerned. If this is about as manufactured a star as you can make, and anybody who is going to defend that is really got to get their groupie lenses checked, because I've never seen a guy with this many pay-per-view headliners have not a single Hall of Famer on his resume. Not a single win on Gervonta Davis's resume will make you look at it like, wow, like maybe Jose Pedraza's a rather solid one.
Fans have been dissatisfied with the sport, especially with the ruling that Davis's knee was not considered a knockdown. This incident has sparked discussions about the integrity of boxing officiating and the necessity of uniform rule enforcement to preserve the sport's legitimacy. Jim Lampley, a seasoned boxing commentator, offered his thoughts on the fight's outcome, pointing out that draws are typically disappointing for both fans and the fighters. He also noted that many people anticipated that John Davis would win by knockout, particularly since Lamont Roach had advanced in weight class for this bout. Illuminate the wider effects of the bout's result on fighter careers and audience expectations.
All right, Sean Zattel here with the legendary Jim Lampley, PPV.com, and called a controversial draw tonight. The crowd inside Barclays, they did not like it. What did you think of the verdict, Jim? Was it the right call?
An upset draw is always a mixed bag for fans, for people in the sport, et cetera, et cetera. I thought it was, in essence, the right decision. The only question about whether the upset draw is justified is whether Steve Willis erred in not deducting a point in a late round when Tank Davis appeared to touch the canvas with his hand. And, that is going to stay in the woodwork and haunt the fight in the breach a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's a setback in Tank's career and for his reputation. I think most observers expected him to knock Roach out, particularly because Roach was moving up from 130 to 135. Sometimes when a fighter moves up in weight, he gets stronger, and it looked as though maybe Roach did get stronger and had a greater ability to resist Tank's power than other opponents have had, because Tank did tag him with a lot of clean shots, and he wound up throwing more punches than he likes to throw to get that done. He tagged him both on the chin and to the belly, et cetera, and couldn't seem to hurt Roach. And that was another surprise in the overall picture of the fight.
Numerous boxing experts observed that Lamont Roach outperformed expectations, demonstrating his talents and tenacity at every turn. This performance has raised awareness of Roach's ability and prospects in the lightweight class. John Davis experienced a more difficult fight than expected.
To Tank. I think they both landed big-time shots. If Roach loses by a point, it should be appealed. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Nice left hand from Tank there. Lamont, you got to stop talking to him and play defense, buddy. You're getting tagged with left hands by talking. There goes Lamont Roach with a combination. I love Mauro Ranallo, but he's got to stop talking about fucking moral victories. This is a fight, man. We're in a close-ass fight. I don't want to hear about moral victories right now. Fuck all that bullshit. Like, I hate when commentary talks about this like it's not, we don't have a toss-up fight in front of us. You think Lamont Roach gives a single flying fuck about moral victories right now, dude? He wants to win this damn fight. Counter right hand, Lamont Roach. Right hand, left hook, Roach. They're both swinging. Lamont Roach is piecing him with that counter right hand. How many times are you going to warn Tank about a low blow?
That concludes today's video. Until the next one, stay tuned.